Welcome back to Garth's Graveyard Garage. In this episode, we're going to discuss a few things, but we're also going to start playing with this fire turkey back here. So we're going to start off the video with a little story time so I can fill you in on all the things that have been happening. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? We're back finally after a crazy chain of events. We'll start off with my daughter, my oldest daughter, Vivian, moved back to Fort Worth, hopefully temporarily. So she's not going to be making too many appearances on the channel for right now, unless she's doing some remote stuff where we collab back and forth. Before they moved, I had sold Swamp Thing, our white truck that's been in a lot of our videos. I had sold that to her and her husband so they could use that and get him out of a car payment. Well, 2 weeks after them moving up there, Fort Worth, car theft capital of Texas, Swamp Thing was stolen. Got a phone call real early in the morning from the Burleson Police Department because the truck was still registered in my name, letting me know that the truck was stolen and I needed to basically let them know it was sold to my daughter and son-in-law so they could get the ball rolling on recovery, insurance, all that kind of stuff. Fast forward a week later and truck was recovered along with 8 others. Still waiting on the details. I'm hoping we get some maybe dash cam footage or some vest footage, body cam footage, so we can see what all went down. But the suspect was arrested. They have him in custody. They confiscated all 9 vehicles. Swamp Thing, they didn't really take too much off of it. They took the battery, the cold air intake, and the tail lights. All the cheapest stuff I guess they could have taken off the truck. I don't think they took the stereo out. They didn't take that big expensive ranch hand front bumper replacement. They didn't take the wheels, but they did damage the truck. Vivian sent me this footage here. So you can see, I don't know what they did, but they dislocated the rear end from the truck and crashed like a tuna can, the whole side of or a sardine can, the whole side of the bed. They creased the door. There's some damage. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but they did I don't know. Originally they had told us that the rear end was busted, but they must have hit something and dislocated it from the lift kit, because there's a 7-inch lift kit on that truck. So somehow they dislocated the rear end. Yeah, wasn't real happy about that, because that truck's been a family truck. I mean, it's been, was it 4 generations now? And I had made the agreement with my kid that, you know, she's going on the title too. That way, if they separate, truck stays in the family. So yeah, a lot of people always ask why we kept that truck around. Well, it was kind of a sentimental thing. It was, you know, it's been in the family. But yeah, so that's where we are with all of that stuff. And gonna go off family friendly for just a second to the thief that stole our truck. I can't wait. anyways, all right, well, I guess now that we've gotten that out of the way, but on the other side of that, since my daughter left and she used to run our other business, since she left, I now have to run it full time, which is why I can only do 2 days of filming a week. I might start doing some evening stuff, but anyways, the fire turkey we're going to work on today, I had given it to the son-in-law, but they can't afford to do anything with it, and I can't have it just sitting here, so we're going to dive into it, get it going, and see what we can do with it. And the first thing we're going to do is put some wheels on it, because it has mismatched wheels and missing lug nuts. So let's get started with that. First thing we need to do is get this old beast out of the way. Got them both shoved in here. Oh yeah, I guess I could show you. That's why I have it sitting here, to show the people that have missed it. The whole front end of this truck is going to just move over to this truck, because this truck is much better than this one. This one is about to get chopped up so we can put all the guts in Zombug. It's been sitting a little while. Let's see if battery has any charge in it. Oh, a lot of you haven't seen this in a while, but I managed to find a center console. Found it on the old eBay. Let's see. Oh, and we changed out the ignition switch. Let's see if it's got any power. It doesn't have enough. Yeah. Oh, and we also fixed the ignition switch. Got rid of the button that they had bypassed. All it was the neutral safety switch on the clutch pedal was just non-existent. So I put one in, and now the key works properly. So, okay, let me throw the jump packs on this thing and see if I can get old Rex out of the way. That way we can get back there to the turkey. All right, since I had forgotten to charge any of my jump packs, got the charger on here, so it's gonna have to work behind Rex for right now, but let me show you guys what I picked up. Hopped on Marketplace and was trying to find some 4.5 lug pattern on 5, and a old fella out here at the lake had this set for sale, and so hit him up, and that night went out there and picked him up and made a new friend, because they were some cool dudes. It's a father and son operation where they restore old, mainly Chevys, and they got their own paint booth and everything. So looking forward to possibly collabing with those guys in the future, because they had some really killer stuff. Square bodies, 60s model Chevys, old 60, I think it was a 68 Camaro convertible they're working on, just all kinds of cool stuff. But these wheels, they've got the fat in the back, the skinny in the front, came off of a Nova, and they changed the wheels out on it and sold me these. So I also picked up some lug nuts, because if you remember when we picked up that video, or that car, somebody had stolen all the lug nuts off of it, and there's probably some tweakers, because there's some stuff missing under the hood too. But let me get these out of the truck, and I think this will be a cool look for the turkey. So let's tune back in whenever I get over there and set up and ready. All right, get a better look at them now. In really good shape now that I'm seeing them in the daylight. I think they'll look pretty cool. Okay, let me get some air in these real quick, because a couple of them are low. These tires are very dated, but they don't look bad. So worst case scenario, they work as rollers. Under there? Can you get under the car? This is a low profile. What am I hitting? Oh. I don't know. Let's just see if it goes up. It's going up. I don't know what we're on, but whatever. I am not attached to this car. 90s style. If that whole set of rims was still here, I'd probably go with those. Yeah, it was definitely fatter than what was on here. Gonna go back to the style of wheels that was popular when I was younger. All right, let's see if these fit. Can't find the lug nuts. There we go. Oh yeah. Ooh. It's gonna look kind of mean. All right. All right. Let me knock out the other one real quick, and then I'll give you a side view of what this is going to look like. Looks like we might actually get some rain. It's been a running curse of mine for years. If I'm going to do any type of filming, it could be a severe drought, but if I do any kind of filming, rain shows up. And it even happened to me when I was working like in the film industry on movie sets. As soon as I'd show up, downpour, have to cut filming. All right, that looks pretty darn good. I like it! Makes a huge difference. There's always one wheel on an old car you gotta treat like a truck thief. All right, gotta do some heavy pounding. All right, here's where we are. Use the old tractor that we got before, that little diesel tractor, to pull this thing out of the carport and put it over here. Now, when we first got this thing, we could not get this hood open. It took probably an hour to get that hood open. And then when we opened it, we realized the throttle body was gone. A bunch of wires have been eaten, chewed on, gnarled on. Cooling fans are missing. Radiator supports, which I think we found those. There was bolts laying around up in here. Spark plug wire. Yeah, somebody's definitely been in here messing around. We did test the engine to see if it was stuck, and at first it did not budge. And I come to find out it was the alternator that was seized. It's now kind of unseized. It's crusty. It might come back around. Probably not. But the engine is not stuck. We've got a crappy battery that we stuck in here and just said screw it and hit the key and it turned over. So it's not seized up, but it doesn't sound healthy when it turns over. And it could be this crappy battery, could be a crappy starter. I don't know. But that's where we are. I went ahead and just ordered some hood supports and lift gate supports for the back because they're all shot, all the struts. But yeah, but here it is. Definitely looks much better with those wheels on it. You can actually get under the car now ish. A lot of people through our videos have always said, why don't you wash it first before you work on it? And normally it's a situation where we don't know if we're going to keep the car, which is why we don't wash it first, because if it's shot, a lot of times we just get rid of it. I don't know. This one, We did clean this engine bay up. You couldn't see that engine when we got this open. It was that covered. Like, we couldn't see any of this. So we pulled out trash bags and vacuum cleaner and got all the remnants of whatever nest that was, probably squirrels. But I think this time around, we ought to wash it first, because we're going to definitely do something with this. If this engine's no good, maybe we turn it into a carbureted 350, maybe we LS swap it, I don't know. We can do whatever we want with this thing. So let's give this a bath, and then we'll figure out what we're doing next. This isn't going to be a real long video, because like I said, I'm limited, but I'm going to try and get as much done on this as we can until we get to part 2. So let's give this thing a bath. If it only looked that good when it was dry. It's missing some paint, some clear coat, there's some scratches. Found a dent in the front right corner, but it's gonna look pretty slick. We might have to go a little further than we normally go with these things. There's a little damage right here. Might have to change that fender if we're gonna paint it anyways. But yeah, I'd say it looks pretty good. I figured we'd take a quick break. If you watched the other video where we talked about Iceman and I getting a free travel trailer because a gentleman passed away in it, well, we moved it over here so we could actually get it cleaned up. It's a nice trailer. I guess I kind of understand why his kids said just get it out of here, but I mean, anything could be fixed, even that mess. But it's a 2015 Zinger 30-foot. All his belongings are still in it, so we're cleaning it out. But yeah, for a free travel trailer, we are working on the, I guess you could say, aroma. Right now it smells like mint and chemicals, but need to get a new mattress. But it's a yeah, it is what it is. But we're trying to figure out what to do with all his stuff, because it's really sad. I'm not going to show pictures for privacy, but his grandbaby's photos are in here, and yeah, there's all kinds of random stuff in here. They didn't take any of his personal effects. The only thing the kids came back and took out of here was his pew-pews and his Duramax diesel truck that used to pull this around. But no, it's a sad situation, part of life. That's annoying. But yeah, so Iceman and I are getting this all cleaned up and going through it and doing the little fixings we need to do so we can just turn around and sell it. There was even an autographed picture from Donald and Melania in here. I'll probably hang on to that. So, okay. But yeah, I just wanted to show you real quick. We've got to fix the door right here. This is where they had to break into it to get him out. but it closes-ish. But we got the water and electricity hooked up, so we can at least use hot water and clean it up and get the rest of the smell and garbage out of it. So, okay, let's jump back on the turkey. All right, now you can take a better look. I chewed that heater hose. Some of these I have no idea what they go to. Some of them are obvious. Like, I'm pretty sure that one went to that one. Some of them don't look chewed all the way through. Might not be. Yeah, it's not looking as bad now. I don't know where. Well, that one's chewed all the way through. No idea what that went to. Need to figure that out. And oh, there it is. Okay, so we just need to fix that one right there. Okay. Coil pack. Thought it was missing, but oh yeah, somebody messed around in here too. There's like a pile of relays. Not sure what that goes to, but there's the coil pack covered in spider webs. It's probably still good. I don't know. It's tweakers. I don't know where this mounted. On my 5.7, it was over here, I think. Find the plug that goes to it. It's a 4-prong. If it's still under here. I don't know. Oh, let's see what the oil looks like in this thing. Oh, well, it's a little low and a little dirty. I don't see any signs of it leaking anywhere. Maybe it burns it. So yeah, we need to figure out where that goes. And we're waiting on spark plug wires because they are all chewed up. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it's a bad thing about critters. So get all those off of there. Hopefully that cap is marked for number 1. There's no telling. It's a Delco cap, it might be. But yeah, I guess we'll just start pulling wires out of here. Well, that one's chewed up. Alright, well, we got some more chewed wires on this side too. Fuel pump relay. Speaking of fuel pump relay, we tested that. The fuel pump in this is dead. Now, if you remember the IROC we had, they had the fuel access panel. Well, should I say, big gnarly hole that they did in the backboard floor pan. We're gonna do the same thing on this one, but professional. We're gonna put the aluminum trapdoor over the fuel pump because not dropping the axle and the exhaust and all the other stuff you got to do the fuel pump in this. So I'm not trying to keep this thing pretty and original or any of that stuff, so I don't mind on this one hacking the floor, and we'll make it nice, make it look good, and useful for the future if it's ever needed. So okay, well, let me figure out where things go. I can't do a whole lot in this video, but yeah, at least we can get started on this thing. It's out of my carport, and we haven't given you guys a video in a while, so I'm trying to give you something. We got the coil mounted back and the 2 plugs that go together to form a, I guess, a 4-pin. Still haven't figured out what some of these are, but one thing I want to check real quick, let's find out if we've got power to the distributor, because if that's the case, a lot of this isn't important for right now, just to see if this thing's going to run. So let me get you guys mounted. This is your power wire, this heavy pink wire. So let me get you guys mounted, turn on the key, and let's see if we have power here. And that'll kind of tell us where we need to go from there. In the meantime, I ordered spark plug wires, and they do not give you a lot of room to work on these things. So 2 of the boots, I'm sorry, well, 2.5 boots are left on the plugs. I'll mess with that later. But yeah, moving right along. It's too hot for this. We're not going to be doing this much longer, so I want to try and do at least a few more things before we wrap it up, and have to come back for a part 2 on this turkey. All right, the key is on. We have a very low battery, but that's all right. As long as we get something at this wire, then at least we know. Oh yeah, we got full power to it. Okay. Sweet. Well, being that the battery is showing almost 13 volts, I'm wondering if the starter on this thing's probably shot. One more thing to order. Well, that one's knocked these loose. They're stuck. In the meantime, if anyone in the comments knows what these are, actually, might go to the throttle body. I don't know. I haven't worked on one of these old throttle body injected V8s in quite a while, so I'm yeah, brains out of whack. But yeah, if you know what these are, if you know what that is, let me know in the comments. Yes, I do read all your comments. So yeah, if you know what that is, please let me know. Yeah, I just realized you guys haven't seen the inside. Seats, well, it had a seat cover on it. I took it off to see what it looked like. I've seen worse. The back seat is good except for the top. It's got little tears on it. I haven't peeked too hard under that seat cover. The carpet itself is actually not bad. It's just dirty. Some of these plastic shrouds and stuff, somebody stole the stereo out of it. But a lot of the plastic shrouds and stuff are in here. The headliner is it's half there-ish. This is melted. We got cobwebs. The door cards are, yeah, they got wet. They're warped. But the buttons and stuff actually work. Yeah, no, I mean it'd clean up pretty good. So we'll eventually get to that. We'll have to see what this the deal is with this engine. The headlights, we turned them on. I have them disconnected right now because they were making some weird noises and not coming up. So we'll address that later. I just pulled the bolts that I had that Dave, my buddy Dave, gave me to fit this, and they do. So we get the throttle body on there. I need to replace, I noticed the vacuum line on the booster, it's chewed through. Yeah, it's a mess. I don't know. I need to test this battery and find out if it's the battery or the starter. I don't want to do a starter on this, but if we have to, we have to. Brake reservoir, just checked it. It's got like half fluid in it. I think they were kind of working, if I remember correctly, when we were moving it. All the pulleys are moving. The AC compressor is not seized up. We'll have to convert it over to the new stuff because it's on R12 still. But yeah, we're not throwing a lot of money at this car. They're not worth a whole lot, and they're cool. They remind me of, you know, when I was a kid seeing these things. You know, it was one of those cars that I really dug. But yeah. All right, well, let me wrap all this up, and then I'll be back with you in just a minute so I can fill you in on what's going on for possibly the next video if you guys want to watch it. Okay, Got Clyde over here. He took place of the turkey. I was going to order a new insert for the glove box, and I realized I guess I had already ordered one a long time ago, and it was sitting in the garage because I looked at the box and I'm like, what is this? It was a brand new glove box. So I don't know what I did with the parts, the snap button and stuff, and all the screws were missing, so I ordered a new screw set. But anyways, where we're at on this, I want to get this thing functioning, and people in the comments when we're moving stuff are like, use your tow truck. Well, we don't have everything. So I've started digging around in the forums, different Facebook groups and whatnot, and put out there what parts I was looking for. One guy hit me up and said, I've got a Holmes bed that will drop directly on the truck. I let him know that I don't want to replace the bed because the nostalgic reasons. This truck was originally used out here at the lake like this, and I'm trying to keep it like that. So then he said, well, the parts are on that bed, da-da-da-da. Then he let me know, hey, I'll just sell you the whole truck for the cost of the parts. And it's a complete truck, minus the hood, transmission, and engine. So, Iceman and I, possibly Wednesday morning, will be going to get that truck. I don't know if I want to strip that truck because it's cool. It's the next generation of this truck. It's a square body with a Holmes wrecker on it. And it originally was a 454 truck, and I believe it's a PTO. This one's electric. But the smaller parts I could take off of it, put on here, but that other truck could possibly turn into another tow rig for us to have around here. Maybe if we're picking up multiple vehicles, I can drive Clyde and he can drive Charlie. And we've already named that tow truck, and you'll see why his name's Charlie whenever we pick it up. But let me know if you want to see that video. It's going to be us basically road tripping about an hour and a half away to go get it, throwing it on the trailer, bringing it back here, and putting it somewhere. So I don't know, but yeah, I apologize for this video being kind of short and all over the place, but unfortunately it's been a spastic month between my daughter leaving and truck getting stolen and just all the things. So I apologize. It's probably boring, but kind of letting you know where we're at, what we're starting on, what our plans are, and at some point I need to jump back off over here. Let me know if you want to see me chop these parts off of here to put on there. Yeah, we got to get that travel trailer sold, get it out of here. Yeah, and we still got the Chevy Love, which at some point here pretty soon we're going to jump back on that, put some new tires on it, and do a full detail on it and start doing some cool things to it. Because if and when we hit the 100,000 subscriber mark, we will give that truck away. And a lot of people have said, please don't do it like some of the other channels do, where you have to basically pay to play, you have to buy something. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to set it up to where you get an entry and that's it. Not going to make you buy anything. We appreciate it and we love it when you do check out the merch store and buy some shirts and blankets and whatever. Speaking of the merch store, some people have asked me to get some new stuff up. I'm very picky on artwork and stuff. I'm trying not to just... I've seen some other channels that just keep throwing merch out there and it just looks like clip art. I'm more picky than that. I'd rather it be more artistic, not just somebody playing around and snatching some clip art and throwing it on a shirt. So that's why there's nothing, or we haven't updated it in a little while. I have some stuff in the works, but it takes a little time. So, all right, I'll quit rambling. Gonna wrap this up, get ready for these thunderstorms that are about to hit us, hopefully, and get ready for the week, because yeah, back to work full time. And but Wednesday is the plan as of right now to go rescue that other wrecker. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and we'll film it and turn it into an episode where we go rescue that wrecker. Yeah, but all right, love you guys, appreciate the support, and Swamp Thing's halfway home. I don't know if he's going to come back here. Some people have said make a video about putting Swamp Thing back together. That kind of depends on the insurance. The kids had full coverage on it, so we're going to see how that plays out. But we're doing our best to try and keep the truck and not have them total it out. So, all right, we will see you in the next one.